Hi guys, welcome to Millennial Mortgages. We're here in West Englewood to see Edward and tour his 3-unit building.
Hi Millennial Mortgages, come on in.
So Edward, how long have you lived here?
I've lived here just over a month, about 45 days now.
Okay, so what do you do and how did you come to own this property?
My day job, I'm a software engineer. I bought this property just because of the idea of real estate investing, building long-term wealth, being able to put my money into something that's going to help me retire.
And you are house hacking, right?
Yes, tenant upstairs and downstairs.
Okay, cool. All right, so show us around a little bit.
Came in the front door there, this is the kitchen. Back here. So it is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property. I use this bedroom, usually this would be like your first bedroom. I use it as an office space, so I commonly come in here, work. I do all of my coding in here.
And this was recently renovated?
Yes. The building, the prior owner to the building, they cleared out this unit, completely gutted the unit, redid it, new paint, new walls, new kitchen, everything.
Awesome.
All right, so this is the guest bathroom right here. It's at the end of the hall. Very simple kind of setup. Also fully rehabbed, new vanity. Shower, I think, is the only thing that wasn't touched. Well, this master bed, pretty simple, just my bed. Just sleep in here.
Full-size closet?
Just me, my little clothes, and some storage.
Nice. So Edward, how was the home buying process for you?
It's a little bit different when you buy multifamily. When you buy like a condo like I did before, it's pretty straightforward, right? Like you buy, you just go through the process, you get a loan against it, you put your down payment down, and then you release the keys from the owner. When you buy a multifamily unit, the bank asks a lot more questions. They want to know about the rents in the area. They actually do another appraisal based on the rents in the units. But the cool thing about that is they can actually use the rental income to supplement your income. So for those people that feel like, oh, I don't make enough money to buy a big multifamily property, that's a huge perk. Other than that, you have to worry about leases, things like that, existing tenants. I inherited 2 tenants. So we had to assign the leases. I have to make sure I abide by the terms of those leases and understand them. Also, if you deal with different programs like city voucher programs, you have to sign up for those. And so it's a lot of kind of intermediate, tedious kind of administrative work, but very possible, still the same FHA, 3.5% down, and just makes it really, really possible for anybody.
And so did you budget to obtain the down payment?
Yeah, I definitely had a budget. I've been saving for 2 years to just acquire my next move. I didn't know it was in real estate, ironically. Honestly, I thought it was going to be in the stock market, something like that, but I ended up coming back to real estate, and it just went 100 miles per hour from there. And this allows me to help save for the next property because my tenants help pay the mortgage, and I pay probably half of what this place would rent for, so it's a huge benefit. So this is the master bath. It's pretty much identical to the other bathroom. This is just the one I used. Really nice, also renovated, new vanities. Same situation with the shower.
So Edward, were there any surprises during the home buying process?
Surprises? Yeah, there was a couple. Like definitely coordination was a big one. Just with tenants, the seller has to show you the tenants' units, and sometimes that's hard to coordinate. They have lives, they have families, they're not home, they have emergencies. Even like the day of closing, I couldn't get into one of the units. but nothing that broke the deal or was crazy that I had to pay a ton of money for. It was resolvable. We just, we had to extend the closing out, get in the unit, make sure it was okay, and then release the funds to the seller.
And even during your inspection, there weren't any surprises?
Inspection, I don't think there was any major surprises, little things. There were some things like the gutter needs a downspout. There was an issue with one of the hot water heaters. The seller already knew about some of them, so they fixed any major ones. But just little stuff that you just have to maintain with property.
All right, and so was there anything that you learned during the process that you wish you knew at the beginning?
Man, you just end up learning so much. One thing I think with multifamily, I learned kind of how to evaluate like a good multifamily deal. I looked at maybe a dozen different properties around the city, and neighborhood's important. Definitely tenant quality, how much rent you're getting, and you have to think of it a lot more as a business. But that's also like the pro of it. You have to think of it as a business because you're going to make money. And one day that this building, even when I'm not living here, is going to be turning me cash flow that will help me take care of my family.
Absolutely. So you are a first-time landlord now with your condo in Bronzeville and this 3-unit here. So what's that been like?
Oh man, it's been a little hectic for sure. Coming right out of the gate with 2 properties because I used to live in the other one, and then I bought this one, so I have 3 tenants in 2 locations. So I do get quite a few phone calls, stuff that I never thought I would get phone calls about. Luckily, it's all just been little stuff, easy to resolve. A lot of answering questions. That's what I was surprised about. Like, how many questions people ask, just basic stuff like, who's the best internet provider? How should I do this? How should I take care of that? And you just have to make sure that you're diligent and find answers.
Okay, and so you're not using a property management company?
No, not yet. That's one of the cons of like using an FHA loan, especially in this climate with mortgages. Property management, they want around like 10% of the rents. It's not a whole lot, but especially living in it, anybody will tell you, especially my agent, some other property managers even told me like it's not worth it. So you have to work a little bit, get the expenses down. Once we get this place rented, of course it'll definitely be under property management. But for now, it's just like, the experience, and, it's kind of like a rite of passage. You have to learn how to manage property to evaluate a good property manager, right? So, yeah, it's just all like, we're getting there.
Okay. You mentioned putting down 3.5% on this property. How did you come to do that?
So I went through just a traditional FHA, back loan. It's a very common loan. And any lender or bank that you can go to will have that offering. Requires you to have, fairly good credit. There are other options. My other place I did VA. If you're a veteran like me, you can get a VA loan for 0 money down. There's also NACA, which also provides 0 money down loans. I'm not familiar with that process, but I've never done that, but that's also a very powerful tool. So it's definitely for getting started, and especially in multifamily, it's great because it allows you to house hack, and you can buy a property like this one, which was $425,000. 20% down would have been over $100,000, not mentioning closing costs. But this allowed me to only put $15,000 down. I think 25 all in after closing costs and taxes, fees, all of that. And that's very doable. That's very manageable. It took me only a couple years, about 18 months, to save that and put it in. And now from there, I get to grow and I get to see the equity grow and everything. So yeah, it's an amazing tool.
Do you have any advice about the process for future homebuyers?
Make sure you always do your research, get informed, but it's not hard. If you're thinking about buying property, just do it. It is the best investment you're gonna make. It's the best investment that our parents made, our grandparents made, especially like now, we're very uncertain about our financial future and what the future holds for us. But real estate is one of the very few things that's almost guaranteed. So I encourage anybody, buy property, own something. And I think what you guys are doing is great, and just encourage everybody. Like, you know, I'm a normal person, and I didn't do anything special to get this, and neither do they. So thanks for sending that message out.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for watching Millennial Mortgages here in West Englewood. As you saw, it is very possible to own property. See you on the next episode.